So Lawbreakers is our role-based shooter set in a world that's been devastated by a massive moon shattering, which has changed the gravity in the world. And the players have to learn how to harness the changing gravities to win the game, essentially. You have abilities that can add more gravity to the map, remove gravity to the map, change the way physics works. And at the same time, there's always going to be a center in the map that's constantly altered by zero-G anomalies. The game is fast, furious, and very vertical. If there are any games that we're trying to play homage to, it's a mix of lots of games, right? So you'll have obviously arena shooters in our DNA. We're not necessarily an arena shooter, and we're not wholesale in the class-based RPS style of game. We just want to create a game in which anybody can become a hero. And at the same time, we want to keep the speed fast and really fluid. So there is obviously Unreal Tournament is a great game for that. We love games like Battlefield, which have vehicle gameplay, but we don't want to have vehicles in there. So we turned our characters into vehicles, like the Vanguard, who can fly around, and the Assassin, who's extremely mobile. And everything is inspiration for us. So the competitive environment that we imagine is going to be based off of a mastery type of a system. I think that kind of harkens back to the old school mechanics of you can jump in there, you can aim really well, but there's going to be people who are going to learn it much faster. And what you probably experienced was somebody picked it up really quick. And the faster they can pick it up, the better they wind up getting. Once they figure out how to use their weapons in conjunction with their abilities, there's a sense of, I understand how each button works, but it isn't until you understand how all the weapons work together and all the abilities work together that you really get a good sense of how can you really play this character role. So zero gravity just gives us that vertical space. It's about height, and a lot of times, we tried to play with height in various games that I've worked on, and it really is done through vehicle gameplay more often than not. But from a gun moving around is really tough when you're aiming up, down, right. But if you can get up on that play field and you can change your height at the same time, it really gives you more room to play around with. So we got to design our maps thinking about what happens when everybody in this area is floating and flying and shooting behind themselves to propel themselves forward and backwards. It's a dynamic change of play, and it's that sense of everything kind of feels fresh every single time you play it. I'm really excited about this new Turf War mode. I think it's really fun, it's fast, fluid, but at the same time it works really well with our different roles. Titan's my favorite class. I just like defending, I like pushing into enemy bases, I like causing a havoc, and I love rocket launchers. So he's a fun class, but Assassin, that swinging grapple attack, that mechanic is really fun. I'm really excited to finally show off the next role that we've been working on. It's going to be a little while still, but this new role, I think if you're looking for a precise skill-based shooter, person who's really good at aiming, I think this next role will be exciting.